This is a reading for all earth sign placements. So Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, whether that's your sun, your moon, your rising sign, this reading is for you. I had to restart your video because there's like construction going on in my neighborhood and I had to close the windows. So I already pulled your first cards, but I wanted to start the video off by saying, as always, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Tarot is not fortune telling. I will not tell you something that you don't already know. This is a tool for expansion, so if you're okay with that, we'll go ahead and start the reading. I pulled the cards already for your overall energy, but we'll also look into some clarification on your blockages, some advice for that, and then we'll end the reading with an oracle card. So if you're okay with that, we're going to go ahead and get started on your reading. Earth sign placement, again, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, wherever that falls in your chart, this reading is for you. There could be something in this for you. So for your overall energy, I already pulled the cards like I said. I didn't want to restart the reading with different cards, so I'm just going to start from where I'm at. So for your overall energy, you have the Six of Pentacles and the Judgment card. So the Six of Pentacles being, and then at the bottom of the deck, you do have the Emperor. So the Six of Pentacles being give and take, balancing the scales. This person is giving to one person and ignoring the other beggar. The Judgment card is about walking in alignment with your soul's purpose. So being your highest self, walking in alignment with your highest self, living a life that's fulfilling for you. These people are ready to be taken into the afterlife because they've lived a life that is in alignment with what they were supposed to be doing. And the Emperor is all about taking control of your life and being like the CEO, the boss of your own life, taking responsibility, being disciplined, being an authoritative figure for others, but mainly for yourself. So I feel like this overall energy is speaking to you, earth signs, wanting to stop giving or receiving from things that are no longer in alignment with what it is that you're trying to create for yourself. I think that you want a more fulfilling life, maybe instead of giving to others or being the one asking for things from others, you're wanting to take responsibility for your life and really find like a purposeful, meaningful way of living. And I think that up until this point, maybe you haven't been living that way. Maybe you've been in lack and you've needed help from others, or you're on the opposite end of that and you're having others coming to you asking for help all the time. Earth signs are very grounded. They're very, they don't want to be in lack financially. And because of that, sometimes you can attract people coming into your life that are needing things from you. And this doesn't mean financially all the time, though it can be. But this could just be with your resources or just your energy in general. Like, because you're so grounded, people can come to you when they feel like they need something. And I think maybe that's just not how you want to align yourself anymore. Also, you could just be wanting to step away from that kind of energy and really step into a purposeful existence. So maybe you're done with the 9-to-5 system of, you know, I'm giving my energy for this money, giving my energy for this money, giving my energy for this money, and you're like, I want to live in alignment. I want to have a career that every day doesn't feel necessarily like work because it's in alignment with my soul's purpose. I think that you're aware of the fact that you have gifts that have only been given to you. There's no one like you. You are the one and only you in the world. And because of that, you were born with gifts that no other person can embody quite like you. And I think that you're aware of that, and I think you're aware that you've recently gotten a download or some sort of sign that has pointed you in the direction of your path. And because of that, you're ready to take control of your life. With the Emperor card, you're wanting to step into that. You're not wanting to be in this 9-to-5 energy, or you're not wanting to give towards people who aren't willing to give back to you, or whatever it is. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Only you can know how this relates to your situation. But we're gonna go ahead and pull some clarification cards to dig a little deeper into this. Give me clarification for the Emperor. I'm a little under the weather right now, so just don't mind. The slowness of this reading. I'm just not feeling the best. Your clarification for the Emperor is the High Priestess. So, following your intuition and taking the action that is required to walk in alignment with what it is that you're intuitively feeling you need to do. The High Priestess is somebody who has been initiated into this spiritual wisdom that you don't just get it handed to you. You have to go through the rites of passage to get these spiritual downloads. And I think that you have finally went through, or you've been going through and have finally learned the lessons that you needed to learn, to where now you're able to understand like what it is that you need to do, how everything relates back to you, your inner world, how every choice that you've ever made has led you to where you're at today, how your belief systems affect your reality, and it's because you've walked through the pits of hell, and you've come out on the other side. So I think now you're like, if I can go through what I went through and I'm stronger for it now, then there's nothing that can stop me from walking in my soul's purpose any longer. There's no one who can distract me from the fact that I want to take control of my life. Sorry, my throat hurts. You have the Six of Pentacles, and your clarification card is the Fool. So the Fool being stepping into a new journey. This is spontaneity. This is taking a leap of faith. This is knowing that you're divinely guided and protected and not needing to know how or when you're going to get there, just knowing that you're going to get there. This is not needing everything to be in perfect order for you to take this leap of faith. With the Six of Pentacles here, obviously it's not the King of Pentacles energy. It's not even the Ten of Pentacles energy, which is like generational wealth, complete stability. The Six of Pentacles is a time of give and take with others. So I think that maybe up until this point, you haven't acted on certain things because you're like, I'm just not there yet. I'm not ready. I don't have this, this, and this. Because being a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo, you as an earth sign are wanting stability, and also could feel like stubborn in not wanting to go with the flow, not wanting, like you're very like realistic because you're grounded in reality more than everyone else because you are an earth sign. So it's like you have like realism and all these things that you're like, I will not take risks. I will not, if it's not a calculated risk, and all these kind of things. But I think that you're starting to realize that because of everything that you went through and who you are now, the Emperor energy, the High Priestess energy, you've been initiated into this wisdom of knowing within yourself. You're stepping into your soul's purpose with the Judgment card. You are ready to take this journey whether or not you feel like you're 100% prepared for it. So, and I would say you're divinely guided and protected here with the Fool card, because you do have the little white dog that is representing purity and loyalty by your side. The Fool card is just the beginning of a completely new journey, completely new cycle. And I think that maybe you could be leaving behind some energies or people or relationships or situations that were draining you, that were taking from you and not giving back to you. I think that maybe you could be like a very generous person who's always giving to others and like giving without expecting anything in return. But this is, you should be able to receive things in return for giving. Because if you're just giving, then it's not a reciprocal relationship or situation, and it needs to be left behind. So I think that you've been there, done that, and you're ready to step into a new energy. With the Judgment card, I do think this has something to do with career, potentially, or just how you're spending your energy, how you're giving your energy. Whether that's your job or a relationship, whatever life situation that this has to do with, only you will know. That has to do with your resources in the physical realm and your energy. Because you have the Page of Pentacles here, which is somebody who's ready to go after something, somebody who's ready to take inspired action. They are focused on their goal, and they have abundance around them. They have, you know, a crop in the background that is plowed, and the seeds have been sown, but nothing is sprouting yet. But they don't care that it hasn't sprouted yet because they're so focused on the end goal. I think that you are ready to start this new journey, and whatever it is that's going to be fulfilling for you. I think it could do with career, like I was saying about the 9 to 5 and wanting to leave that behind. Yeah, I think that whatever it is that you're working towards is something that's going to be spiritually fulfilling for you. You also had the 7 of Pentacles and the Sun card on the bottom of the deck come out when I was shuffling. So this is an energy of waiting for what it is that you have harvested to flower or like fruit. And I think that right now you could be like just knowing, you just need to know that whatever it is that you're working towards is going to take time, and sometimes you're not going to see the end result immediately. Instant gratification isn't really your shtick anyways, but I think that, yeah, just having that as a reminder that as long as you stay determined, disciplined, do the daily tasks, do the things you need to do, keep working towards it, no matter the external circumstance, no matter what other people say, you will get what it is that you want in the end. With the Sun card, the light will be shown on a situation, something will be illuminated, something will bring happiness, joy, warmth, clarity, just abundance for you. You do have the 7 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. This is an energy of defending your place, defending your belief system, defending your actions to others, or feeling the need to do that. Even though you've risen above these energies, I think that sometimes you feel like you need to defend your actions or defend your decisions or beliefs to other people, but I would say you don't need to. As long as you have a solid foundation, you can go after what it is that you want here, because you are capable of making something out of nothing. I think you need to plan I think you need to plan here with the Three of Wands. And I think planning is going to open an opportunity for you. You will get some sort of physical manifestation tangibly that you can see as proof of your hard work. And I think that that's going to really ignite you with the Knight of Wands here to keep going, keep moving forward, and knowing that you can get whatever it is that you want, because you are able to create something out of nothing. Even when you weren't prepared to do it, you still did it, and look what you got. And now you're like, wait, I can do anything. And I really think that's important to look back on things that in the past you're like, I don't know how I'm going to get from point A to point B, but you did. And now that you're at point B, you already have another point B that you want to go to, and so you feel like you're back at point A. And so it's like we're always wanting more, we're always wanting to evolve more, and sometimes we forget how far we've come. I would say go ahead and take a look back at your journey of how far you've come as inspiration to going forward. You have the Nine of Cups, the Two of Wands, and the World card here, and your last card ending is the Knight of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles. So remember when I was saying that you're not at the King of Pentacles yet, you're at the Six of Pentacles. You're gonna end up at the King of Pentacles in the end. I think that this is something that you might have to do alone. This is something that you're going to have to leave your comfort zone to get to. And I think that going towards this is going to end a cycle and open a new one for you. And with that, it's sometimes hard to shed this old reality, the old belief systems, the old internal dialogue, external dialogue with other people, like ways of communicating, the old actions, everything that is in the old needs to stay in the old. And sometimes it's hard. It feels like we have to mourn that old version of ourselves to move forward. Sometimes we have to do it alone. With the Nine of Cups here, this person is alone, but they have fulfillment. So I think that, leaving. I also am getting that there's some people that you could be looking up to that seem like they have it all, but this is a facade. Because the Nine of Cups is like a double-edged sword. It's like this person is fulfilled. They've created all this fulfillment on their own. But if you really look at the card, the cups behind them are empty. And they're sitting alone. So are they fulfilled? Or is this like they just have this facade that they're doing so well because they're on their own and they're single and they're living life and they have all these things? Or are they really just the Two of Wands, which is somebody who's scared to leave their comfort zone? They have all this planning to do. They're scared to leave their comfort zone. I think take a look at, for some people, this only resonates for some people, take a look at the people that you look up to. And just know that not everything that you see is what it is. But I think that you're headed towards creating a new cycle, because like I said, you end with the King of Pentacles. You also have the World card, which is a complete ending. This is completeness, wholeness, ending the cycle, and then being able to step into a new one. Let's go ahead and pull an oracle card for earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus placements. If this resonated with you, go ahead and look at my bio. I am accepting personal bookings right now. If you subscribe, if you want to see more free tarot readings on this channel, I'll pick those up after. Your card is Quantum Jump number 36. I'm going to go ahead and read the passage for you for this. Quantum Jump number 36 for earth signs. In physics, it is understood that a quantum particle breaks down to the smallest particles that create the fabric of reality. A quantum particle is every version of itself at once, yet when the particle is observed, it becomes the version of itself that is reacting to the observer's consciousness. This applies to humans. In layman's terms, we are every version of ourselves, but our consciousness dictates that version of ourselves which we choose to be. Grasshopper's medicine jumps into your cards today and asks you to quantum jump into the highest version of yourself. You do this by assuming the identity and the emotion of the self you want to be. It is in you to be the most fantastic version of you. You just need to jump into it. Stand up straight, fix your posture, wake up early to pray, meditate, and move. Eat foods that the most amazing version of yourself would eat. Dress the way the highest version of yourself dresses. Work like the version of you that you respect. Treat people the way the highest version of you treats people. Take action toward goals in the same way that the version of you who is making big wins would take. Start loving yourself the way the version of you who is in love with themselves would treat themselves. This card says you can no longer identify with being a victim to circumstance. You are powerful and you create your own reality. Grasshopper's medicine asks you to choose to be the version of yourself that feels the most fulfilling right now. What you've been chasing this entire time is within you. Jump into the you that actualizes their potential. I hope that you guys like this reading, and I'll see you in next week's reading, Earth Signs. Thank you.